Hello students, here is the second video of today, excretion in plants. Plants excretion is performed in a completely different strategy because they cannot move, they are fixed organisms. Movement is restricted in their body, so and the products generated in their body are also different. They do not have blood in their body, it cannot be circulated through the blood. So waste products cannot be removed like that in a daily basis. So it is the removal of waste materials in plants is completely totally different. Oxygen is produced during photosynthesis. After photosynthesis, a lot of oxygen is produced. That oxygen is also a waste material for the plants. It is released out through the pores of the leaves, which are called stomata. And through the stomata, plants also excrete water, excess water, get rid of excess water, which is called transpiration. So if they have excess amount of water in their plant body, they release it by transpiration, get rid of excess water through the pores called stomata. And after other waste, like they have tissues, dead cells. Many of the tissues consist of dead cells, and these dead cells and some waste products produced and stored in vacuoles. So many of the waste products are stored inside the vacuoles of the cell. They have a very big vacuole in the center of the cell. So many waste products are stored in the vacuole. And here you can see the underlined part. You have to notice the underlined part of this text. They can get rid of excess water by transpiration, and they can lose the leaves, the parts of plant. They fall off the older leaves, and in those leaves waste products are stored. Waste products may be stored in leaves that fall off. The older leaves which fall off contain a lot of waste materials, and the plant store waste in cellular vacuole also. Other waste products are stored as resins and gums, especially in old xylem. In old xylem, which is not working, in that resins and gums are stored. You know, the xylem contains xylem fibers, xylem tracheids and vessels. They are dead cells, and they are storage places of resins and gums, older stems. Plants also excrete some waste substances into the soil around them. So these are the ways of excretion in plants. Okay, so you have to write the underlined part and one line which is not underlined, this one. Many plant waste products are stored in cellular vacuole. This also you have to write. First point, they can get rid of excess water by transpiration. Next point, many plant waste products are stored in cellular vacuole. Here leaves, this one is again repeated here. Waste products may be stored in leaves that fall off. This point you have to write. Other waste products are stored as resins and gums in old xylem. Plants also excrete some waste substances into the soil around them. So this is a small portion on the excretion of plants. And there are 4 points given here how plants excrete waste materials. And here are some questions. Describe the structure and function of nephron. Just now I have explained it, and I am giving you in the form of question answer. Describe the structure and function of nephron. What are the methods used in plants to? This one, structure and function of nephron, is explained in the previous video. Okay. And the question answer will be given in this video. What are the methods used by plants to get rid of excretory waste? Now we have discussed it. The methods used by plants to get rid of excretory waste. These are the methods here given. The methods are given here. First point is this one, by transpiration. Next point, bicellular vacuole, and then through the leaves that follow. Yes, sir. Next question is, how is the amount of urine produced is regulated? Amount of urine produced is regulated by reabsorption. Reabsorption of water and amino acids, glucose, etc. are reabsorbed. The amount of urine is very in a high amount. More than 150 liters are excreted or the filtered, not excreted. More than 150 liters are removed from the blood in the form of urine. That is the filtrate. From that filtrate, the water is again reabsorbed from the filtrate. It is again reabsorbed from the filtrate. Otherwise, our body is dehydrated. Okay. And where is this question answers? You can see in the next slide. In the next slide, you can see, in this slide you can see the question answers, structure and function of nephron. There is it. Second question, what are the methods used by plants to get rid of excretory products? You can write it from here. Here only 3 points are given. You can write it from the text. There are 4 points. Okay. How is the amount of urine produced regulated? See, here is the answer. This answer is not complete, I think. The amount of urine produced depends on the amount of excess water and dissolved waste present in the body. The amount of urine produced is regulated by the reabsorption of water. तो point होना चाहिए यहाँ पे. Okay. How helping of reabsorption, that is antidiuretic hormone. This antidiuretic hormone help in the reabsorption of water and minerals. Okay. How are the fats digested in our bodies? Where does this process take place? So this is given here. This is in-text questions. These are in-text questions. These are the in-text questions. Some questions are given here from the text. How are fat digested in our bodies? These questions from 5 to 13. In the textbook, questions from 1 to 4 are objective type. Questions from 5 to 13 are subjective type. It is given here. Okay. So from 5 to, these are in-text questions from 5 to 13. So here are the questions. Write it down. It is very clear to write for you. What is the role of saliva in the digestion of food? What are the necessary conditions for autotrophic nutrition and what are its byproducts? Okay. All are given here. Saliva is the salivary gland located under the tongue. It moistens the food for easy swallowing. Digestive enzymes, salivary amylase, which break down starch into sugar. Okay, next question. What are the difference between aerobic and anaerobic respiration? Name some organisms that use the anaerobic mode of respiration. So in a tabular form it is given here. Aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. The main difference is, as the name indicates, aerobic respiration means it take place in the presence of oxygen. Anaerobic respiration, that means absence of air in respiration. It occurs in the absence of oxygen. Okay. And another point is, it involved in the exchange of gases between organisms and outside environment. exchange of gases is absent in anaerobic respiration because air is not needed. If air is not needed, what is the need of exchange of gases? So there is no exchange of gases. Next is it occurs in, means aerobic respiration occurs cytoplasm and mitochondria, but anaerobic respiration occurs only in cytoplasm. It always releases CO2 and H2O. End products vary in anaerobic respiration. It yields 36 ATP. Aerobic respiration ATP produced is larger, but in aerobic ATP is only 2. How are the alveoli designed to maximize exchange of gases? Is given here. What would be the consequences of deficiency of hemoglobin in our bodies? What will happen? Anemia. It will lead to anemia. Affect the oxygen supply capacity of blood. What are the difference between transport of materials in xylem and phloem? Okay, this. Okay. Pulmonary circulation and systemic circulation. Double circulation. This is the answer of double circulation. This is a question of 5 marks. So you have to, this, if it is, what is double circulation? Importance of double circulation. 5 marks question. These are also important questions. Here in the functions you have to write increase the, it is the site of alveoli in lungs. Is the site of gaseous exchange. Alveoli are the site of gaseous exchange. Here you have to write first one, the site of gaseous exchange. Increase the efficiency in the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide during respiration. Okay, respiratory unit. They are respiratory units in lungs. They are the site of gaseous exchange. Nephron are act as filtration unit in kidney. Okay. So these are the question answers given. All the 13 question answers I have given. You write it in your copy and complete the notes. This chapter is already end. This is the end of this chapter, chapter 16. Now the next week we will learn the new chapter, next chapter, chapter 7. So before that you have to complete the notes, you have to complete the diagrams. Question answers, everything you have to complete. So I am keeping it here for a longer time for your convenience. You have to note down it. So this one, I think less time you get to complete it also. You can revise the video while completing. You can pause the video and you complete it. You can pause the video to complete it. Okay. So these are the question answers. So complete it, do your work efficiently, and in the next week we will start a new topic, start a new chapter. Before that you complete the question answers and all the work of this chapter. Okay, all the best. Thank you.